Wowzers. Okay, don't mind this. One of my 3-year-olds gave it to me. It says, Miss Esther, look what I got for you. You can take it home. I said, darling, it is so cute. It matches my earrings. I'm gonna put it in my hair. And I did. I forgot it was there. Anyways, um, so I'm sitting over here, waiting for my ride. Okay, true confession. I don't love so much I don't have my car, but also it feels pretty amazing to not drive myself. But I'm looking forward to have my own car again. But that's neither here nor there because the point of this video is to say something totally different about the two things I just mentioned, and that's about the Church of God. I think the hardest thing as a believer who's known the Lord for a couple decades is that new believers are seeing what is being presented as church, and they think it is church, and they're very confused by it. I don't blame them. And I was talking to God the other time. I'm like, what's going on in church these days? Where I saw a video and I was like, what's going on in church? And God says, that's not my church. If you're watching this video and you don't know God and you want to know Him and you're drawn into Christianity, or if you've been a believer for a long time and you're angry about what you've seen in church, or if you don't go to church because you've been church hurt, or you're just upset about what's being presented as church these days, I want you to know that God knows which one is His church and which one are just being spoken of as church. Don't be angry about the foolishness of the world is going on with the church. The best way to know God is to be with God. Think of it as a relationship. Okay, so let's say, for example, let me put my phone down because I feel like it's about to be a thing. I'm about to make an old video here. It was gonna be a short observation, but okay, never mind. My phone doesn't want to sit still. Let's see if I can do this. I know, y'all, I gotta fix that hair situation, but we're not gonna worry about it. It's not about me. So think of it this way. If you're in a relationship and you meet somebody and somebody comes to you and say, this person is this way, and you're like, oh my gosh, do I really want to be in a relationship with this person? And then you meet them and they're not anything like what you think they were or they are, and you're thinking, that's different. It's the same thing with God, the God of the Bible. I mean, there are many gods. The one I know personally is God of the Bible, so I can only speak about Him, for Him, to you. The only way you can know God is to spend time with God, just like you would spend time with someone you're in a relationship with. And as you get to know God more, then you can know who actually does belong to Him and who actually does believe in Him. And then you won't be angry at a God that you don't even know. You know, there are people, let's say, for example, let me pick a good example of a person that we know. Let me see. Let's say for someone that I like Kevin Hart. All right, y'all. I like him. I think he's hilarious. I think he's very forthright. I think he's very human, you know, very admittably broken. Like, you know, he has his own mistakes and whatever, but not everybody likes him. But I cannot say that I know him as well as, you know, his current wife, you know. She knows him more than I do. His kids know him more than I do. His best friend, Harry knows him more than I do. Of course, you know, Dwayne The Rock Johnson knows him way better than I do, right? But I'm like, oh, I think my ride's ready to go. Hold on. I'm gonna have to continue this later. No, this is here. So I'm like, oh, cousin Kev, right? But the truth is, I can't be mad at him. If he does something right, I can be like, oh my gosh, I'm so mad at him. You know, I can just be like, oh well, I guess I don't know him like I think I do. You can't be mad at God if you've not spent time with God or gotten to know God. You can't be mad at the church or Christians if you don't even know the God that they're supposed to be serving. Because the truth is, there's some Christians that are following the masses. Some Christians are in a cult and they think they're part of a church. But God knows His church. He knows who is His. And if you really do want to know God of the Bible, It's only January, y'all. Take the next 3-4 months and read one chapter in the gospel: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans. I know, it's only the first four, but add those other two, okay? And get to know God. And then decide, is this church a godly church or is it a cult? Because really, not every church is God's church, okay? So let 2024 be a year where you get to know God. Even if you're like, he is messed up, he is fake, I hate him, I can't stand him. Okay. But do you know him? Get to know him and then see if you're still angry with him. And maybe you still be, but at least you will know who he is. Okay. All right. That's it. I'm done rambling. I'm done preaching. I love y'all. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. My days lately, I've been kind of here and there. Like I said, I don't know if you're following my other platforms. My car died, so the kids have been with their dad for over a week. I saw Zai Zai today. I was so happy. I was able to see him and spend time with him, so that felt great. But it's hard. It's hard not, coming to work with my kids and taking them home and making them dinner and spending time with them and putting them in bed. And I miss my kids. I have not been gone from them this long, like all three of them, for an entire week. The good news is, because the kids, the girls, go to the same daycare where I teach, I get to see them, right after nap time. I get to hold them, each for a few minutes. And Zai Zai is getting dropped off like he was being before, by his boss to daycare. So I get to see him for a few minutes. So that part is great. The other part is not so great. But, everything is a season. I'm grateful to God that their father is like, hey, it's what it is. I'll spend time with them. I'll not spend time with them. I'll take care of them, And he didn't have to. Don't get me wrong. He should, but not every dad does, right? Like, you hear stories. There are people who literally are alone. And there was a time when that was my story, but now he's, and I'm so grateful to God for that, because I don't know what I would do. I have no idea what I would do if I had to manage this no car times with, preschool on the spectrum and twin toddlers. Oh my gosh. So they're happy, they're safe, they're home, right? Because they have two homes. Of course, I have one and they have one, but they have two homes, and it's great that they have two safe homes. So yeah, that's that. That's it. I'm done. I'm done rambling. It's been a wonderful day. So I keep licking my lips, y'all. Winter is not nice to me sometimes, but I gotta work on it too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Get to know the God that you might be angry at, and if you actually do know him, then you can go from there, and you can be angry the right way with him. God is not upset. It doesn't take it personal when we're angry at him the right way. All right, I'm done. Bye, y'all.